Hello, I'm Eric Gill. Welcome to SAT Double Take. And what we do here is solve a problem two different ways on the SAT math section from the actual math tests themselves. This is from the college board exam, the first one, and this is number one, first question of the first math section, which is the no calculator. And let's hop right to it. I'll hyperlink both versions in the description. So the more standard way to go about it, the way that the test prefers people to go about it, which doesn't necessarily mean it's the right way. The right way is always going to be the way that makes the most sense to you, is to isolate x once we plug in for k. They're telling us what k is in this problem. K equals 3. Let me just read the problem. If this fraction equals k and k equals 3, what's the value of x, right? And so what I'll do is I'm going to rewrite this problem by starting to eliminate the denominator. And I can do that since I see it's dividing by 3, opposite function. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. And now we're left with x minus 1 equals 9. Then plus 1, and then you have x equals 10, which is D. Now, the other way to go about this is isolating. And then a common theme that you'll see, another way to do this, the common theme being plugging in. This is going to be quite often that we see that this is another way to solve these, because we never want to underestimate the fact that the answers are right in front of us. And the SAT never goes about explaining how to answer these questions in this method. But it's always a great way to bail you out if you feel stuck on something, or maybe you feel like the work to get to the answer the more standard way is longer than simply plugging in the answers. So same situation here, x minus 1 over 3 equals k, but we now know that k, as we saw earlier, is 3. So which one of these answers, A, B, C, or D, when plugged in, is going to give us 3? Well, let's say we don't know what the answer is, and I start with A. 2 minus 1 over 3 equals 1/3. Not only is this not correct, but it's pretty far off, which makes me confident in thinking, like, you know what? Let me skip a few, or let me start from the bottom portion. So I'll start at 10 for D, and if I plug that in, oh, this didn't work, right? So 10 minus 1 over 3, that becomes 9 over 3, which becomes 3, and that happens to be the correct answer. Now, had I plugged in 2 and it gave me an answer that was closer to 3 than 1/3, you know, like for some reason, if it gave me something like 2, then I recognize, you know what, let me keep trying to go with B and let me go along this gradient of the increasing numbers. But because it was so far off, I'd rather just start from the opposite end. So once again, the best method is whatever is best for you, but it is great to study both so you can better understand how to solve these problems as they come about. Best of luck.